horrible transition defense. If you're Jarrett Allen and this player, sprint back, sprint back. Look what happens when this play. Look at when you jog. You got to sprint. It doesn't matter that Jarrett Allen is defending this player right here. You've got to get back. You never know. In transition, you get cross-matched all the time. Because Jarrett Allen's jogging back and not sprinting back, look at this. If he sprints back, he's able to easily get here and box his man out. Use his butt, box his man out. But instead, he jogged back for no reason, okay? And now look, now this player is easily going to be able to come in, get an offensive rebound, okay, and put back, 2 putbacks and an and one. Make the man use the screen. Make him come off this screen. Guard him straight up one-on-one. If you get screened, fine. The ball screen defense will execute. But when you start leaning towards the screen early, look at this. Now this player's going to refuse it. And now look, now he's got you. You're not able to ever guard him one-on-one because you're not able to get your feet set. Okay? And it's just going to lead to an easy 2 in the lane. Again, you're in stupid drop coverage, so you're giving this player the lane. Then he's going to snake dribble, and you're giving up an open jumper for absolutely no reason. No reason whatsoever. Right now, hedge, okay? Up. Push this guard out. This player's in backside help, okay? If a skip pass is made here, he'll have plenty of time to recover, okay? We want to see, we got a player in the corner here, okay? So if we hedge here, okay, and we push this guard out, and this player's here, and this player tries to cut, and this player somehow is able to throw a lob, then this player in the corner just simply yells out, cutter, 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 and then this player, drops down here, okay, and this player X's out over there depending on where the ball goes. But you're in this stupid drop coverage. You just give people the lane and you give people open jumpers. It is so beyond stupid. Stupid drop coverage again, so you're creating a 2-on-1 and you have no backside help, so it's an obvious dunk, okay? So again, right here, hedge, please, get up. Push this guard out. Backside help right here. If you push this guard out and a skip pass is made here, it's an easy recovery. Again, same thing. If this player's up and this player wants to cut, then this player simply yells cutter, cutter, cutter. He comes over here. This player drops down here, and then you X out over here depending on where the ball goes. Okay? But you're in drop coverage, and you're just creating 2-on-1s, and it just leads to dunks. So let's just look at how stupid drop coverage is. First of all, drop coverage is especially stupid when you go over the first ball screen, because look at the separation there already is when you're trying to go over the second ball screen. So, I mean, drop coverage is always stupid. Okay? So right here, all right, what can we do? Well, we could switch this first ball screen, have this second player come up here, because you know a second ball screen is coming. Okay? This player's underneath, all right? And then we hedge. We hedge. Now we can hedge. We can't hedge this way because this is if you hedge, there's nobody to clog this area up here, so he's just going to split through. So, but we can hedge if we switch this first one, right? And then this player's up, and then we're hedging here, okay? This player then is literally where there's no place for this player to go. He's walking right into backside help, okay? If this guard continues to just attack off this Big's hip, and this player rolls through all the way, well, then we got backside help right here. Okay, and now this player is probably going to be somewhere over here, because remember, the second he hesitates, picks up his dribble or brings his dribble back, the man hedging can then return back onto his man, bump the backside defender onto his original man. So, yeah, I mean, if this skip pass gets made over here, this is never happening. So we can hedge. That's what I would do, okay? Or we could switch. Switch this first one, switch this second one. Then this player here, battle for real estate, battle for real estate, battle for real estate. So Jarrett Allen can come up, cut this player's dribble off, send him right into gap help. Or we should have a gap defender somewhere around here, and then you're underneath too, so you're in the gaps now as well. Drop coverage is the worst of all of the options, of course, and so you give up a layup. Switching a ball screen, you've got to get underneath. Stop. Ball screen is set. I'm underneath. Look what happens when you switch over the top. Now Jarrett Allen's going to kind of have to dangle his feet here in backside help, which means he can't stay with his man here. So now when this kickout pass gets made, Jarrett Allen's going to be late to get out, and it's going to lead to an open 3. Cedi Osman guarding away from the ball. You've got to be in position. Okay, stop. Right now, look at this. Let's back it up. Okay? Right here, I can get a wider stance. Right? Wider stance. All right? And then I got my back completely to the baseline, and my pointer's out. I'm pointing at ball. I'm pointing at man. But right now, this is too close of a stance together. Okay? And then again, so a wide stance so you don't have to move. There's no place for you to have to move. Wide stance, I'm in the gaps. I can stunt a little bit, and then I can easily recover if I don't have to move. But look at Cedi Osman. He doesn't have a wide stance, so first he's going to have to take his body inward. See that little? All it takes is this. Look at this little movement inward. That's bad, okay? And then moving up like that is bad. Like right now, you should already be in position. So dribbles picked up, and boom, you don't have to move anywhere. It's just dribbles picked up, fly out. But Cedi Osman is going to take a step inward, then look. Then he's going to move his feet upward. So now you're going to have a hard time getting out because of all that movement. If you don't have to move, you can be in the gaps, stunt, recover. When you have to move inward and then you jump your feet upward, it makes it very hard to get over on this pass. You're never able to guard that man, and it leads to 2. You have to defend the down screen, okay? This down screen comes, Jared Allen's got to get attached and show. So this player has to go out, and this chase can happen. Look what happens when you let this player curl like this. Now Jared Allen's got to, now 2 people are guarding the ball. Someone has to collapse at the rim. And now look, now the defense is just constantly scrambling, and eventually leads to an open catch and shoot 3. Okay, so they're gonna do a 1-4 flat isolation. This is so easy to double team. Okay, get this player up right now. Okay, we're not trapping, but we are having a second defender here. All right, so what happens? If this player just ends up kicking the ball here, then this player goes to wherever the ball goes, and this player goes to the secondary option, and we X out. Okay, if this player steps up and one of these 2 players cuts, we yell out cutter, cutter, cutter. So this player's over here. This player sags down. Okay, and then wherever the rotation of the ball goes, then this player's coming here and is Xing out on the secondary option. But you can't let them flatten the floor and you just get killed in this isolation. This is like Little League basketball right here, okay? First of all, shot goes up. If you're Jared Allen, you've got to get your whole body into this player. Use your butt. Box him out. Box him out. If you're using your butt and you have your whole body in front of him and you're boxing him out, the only player that can get the rebound here is Jared Allen. If you're this player, shot goes up. Don't go towards the basket, because now you're susceptible to long rebounds or this player leaking in. Okay? Get to this player here. Use your butt. Box him out. Box him out. Now look at this. If I'm totally boxing out here with my butt and totally boxing out here with my butt, only Jared Allen or only this player is going to get the ball. Okay? But Jared Allen has a horrible, look at this box out. Jared Allen's going to box the guy out with his arm, which is not how you box out. This player just crashes towards the rim, so we're totally susceptible to a long rebound, which is exactly what happens, and it results in a wide open 3. You switch this ball screen. That's fine, but Jared Allen, right here, look at this. I have a gap defender right here, and he's battling for real estate. I've got to cut this player's dribble off and send him this way, because then this player can stunt, recover. And now I'm just sliding with this player, and his dribble's getting picked up. But instead, you get beat away from your gap help, so it leads to a layup. This is the same exact thing. Where are you getting beat? You switch this ball screen. Angle this player this way. There's no place for him to go. Angle him to the teeth of your defense, to the middle of your defense. So you have gap defenders everywhere. But nope, you're going to let him beat away from your gap defenders, and now he's just going to be able to hit a little open jumper. God. All right, so this player's going to do a great job in the gap. This is a great job. Look at this. Dribble's picked up right now. So if you're Darius Garland, there is nothing for you to do here. Get to your man. Dribble is picked up. This player's now going to be fine. Get to your man in the corner, okay? Dribble's picked up. You do not need to be in the gaps. This player did an excellent job right here. Get to the corner, okay? But look what happens. He doesn't get to his man as his dribble's picked up. And look, and he gambles. Oh, that too. And it's a wide open 3. Switch the ball screen again. Fine. Where are you getting beat? If you're Lowry Markin and Jared Allen's coming over here, this player's already over here. But the key point is Jared Allen's coming over here because we got a flare screen coming. So Jared Allen needs to get underneath the man setting the flare screen. So he's going to be right here. If you're Jared Allen, you got to come over, you got to announce the flare screen, and then you got to get in the gap and say I'm in the gaps. If you're Larry Markin and you know you can't get beat this way, angle your body so that you dictate this ball handler goes here, right into your gap help. But nope, you're going to get beat away from where your gap help is, and it's a layup. Terrible transition defense. This player here should be sprinting back. Sprinting back, sprinting back, sprinting back. You don't want to commit anywhere until you absolutely have to because you want to let these trailers come back, okay? So, okay, this is a jog, but, okay, so now this player is sliding over here. What is Kevin Love doing? You clearly have to get to this player here. This player's here, okay? The two trailers coming back are going to get to these Spurs players here, hopefully. Hopefully they're sprinting back, right? But if you're Kevin Love, this player's coming here, you got to go here. This player's sprinting back this way, okay? And we're going to hopefully be able to delay this enough to get our two trailers back, and now we can play 5-on-5 half-court defense. But Kevin Love is just in absolute nowhere, and that leads to a wide-open corner three. This is cool. So we're in stupid drop coverage right here again. So this player's just going to blow by this big, and he's going to get right to the rim for two. Why are we not hedging this screen? Again, look at this. Hedge high. Push this guard out. Kevin Love can step up here and backside help. The second this guard hesitates, picks up his dribble, does anything other than attacks off this big's hip this way, okay, this player then can recover back and push Kevin Love back on to the backside defender. Okay, if Kevin Love is up here, okay, and this player cuts, we just yell out, cutter, cutter, cutter. This player's here. This player slides down, and Kevin Love goes over to this side of the floor and X's out depending on where the ball goes. But you're running a ball screen defense that's just giving up the lane. It is so pathetically stupid. How does it continue to happen? Okay, so they're going to isolate the strong side of the floor here. You know how we can beat this every time. It does not come from here, okay? Your double team is going to come from right here. This player just slides over, okay? And Kevin Love's going to get up and force him right into this double team, okay? And then if a kick-out pass comes here, this player rotates here, this player rotates there. This is all happening immediately. This player rotates there, and the man that doubles rotates down. But look what happens. You're going to sort of double, kind of, but you don't send them there, so it ends up being a layup. A god-awful switch right here. First of all, if you're switching onto the ball handler, why are you sagging? You got to be up and ready to guard. Two, this player can't switch over. Look how he switches over the top. No. Ball screen gets set right here. Bang, I'm underneath. And this is a mismatch because this is a guard on a big. So I need to be battling for real estate, battling for real estate, battling for real estate immediately. Okay? And then, when this shot goes up, I'll be able to box out. But because you switched over the top, you've totally lost sight of your man. So look, now this big's able to get an easy offensive rebound, okay? And then look, now the defense is scrambling off of an offensive rebound, and it eventually leads to an open catch-and-shoot three. Okay, the Cavs are clearly in drop covers, and then they decide to switch. One problem, though, is that Lauri Markkanen is dropping, so now this guard has access to the lane, and he's just going to blow by Markkanen, draw help, and it's just going to lead to an easy two-shot foul. So, if you want to switch this ball screen, here's how you do it. All right? One, Lauri Markkanen is up. This player is under. You always go underneath the screener. Okay? So now I can jam for real estate, jam for real estate, jam for real estate, and I'm also in the gaps. So now, Lauri Markkanen right here can just cut this player's dribble off right now, send him right here. This player's right in the gaps. I can stunt, easily recover. But you're in drop coverage, but then you decide to switch, but you switch over the top, and Lauri Markkanen sags. So, it just leads him to getting into the lane, drawing help, and a two-shot foul. This is horrible defense. Again, Lauri Markkanen. Okay, first of all, Cedi Osman, what are you doing standing at the three-point line? Drop with your back to the baseline. So Lauri Markkanen can, and you're saying, I'm in the gaps. So Lauri Markkanen knows to send this player to the middle. So right now you can stunt and recover to your man who's not even in the picture, okay? But Cedi Osman's guarding at the three-point line. Lauri Markkanen's going to get beat the other way anyways, away from any gap help, and it's a dunk. Stupid drop coverage. Look at this. How easy is this? Hey, let me just get a wide-open jumper right here, okay? So again, you have to hedge. Stop. Up. Push this guard out this way. This player just needs to shuffle in a little bit, and he's in backside help. This player then cuts, and you're able to somehow make a lob pass here. Then you just yell out, cutter, cutter, cutter. This player slides over here. This player slides down, okay? And the man in backside help then goes over here and X's out, depending on where the ball goes. But you're in drop coverage, so you're giving up wide open jumpers. Again, stupid drop coverage. Look at this. You just give the guard the lane, and he's just going to go right to the rim for two. Unreal. Look at how easy this hedge is. Look at if I'm hedging. Where is this player going? I'm hedging. The backside help. He's walking right into backside help right here. There's literally no place for him to go. But instead, I'm going to be in drop coverage instead of pushing this guard out, and I'm going to give him the lane. So now this player's just going to go right to the rim and lay it in. That's unbelievable. So this is just weird. Where is this player going? Where is he going? His man's here. Why are you look at this. Why are you guarding at the block? That makes no sense. You're not doubling. What are you doing here? So this player now is just going to simply cut and just be wide open for a jumper. That's just bizarre. All right, what is Jared Allen doing here? Okay, clear pickpocket. Stop. So if you're Jared Allen, sprint, 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 sprint. Maybe you get a chase down block. Maybe you delay. You can get to the ball and delay it enough for this trailer to help you out somewhat. Okay? But Jared Allen it's just going to stop. What is that? A lot of mistakes here. So the ball's going to get swung to the wing right here. Stop. Get up and bring this player this way. If I'm Jared Allen, I'm moving over here, right? I want to be in the gap. So when this player comes this way, I can stunt, get the dribble picked up, and recover. So that's mistake number one that this player is going to get. You're not moving, you're not directing that player in time for Jared Allen to be able to get into the gaps. Number two is stop it, okay? So right here, what's this player doing? Get up the line. You should at least be a step up the line, okay? Because again, on this kickout pass, you got to get here. But your starting point is all the way down here. It should be right here. So now on this kickout pass, I can get out. But you start from so far down, you give up an open catch and shoot three. This ball screen, that's fine. Okay, stop. But right now, the screen's set. This player's got to get underneath, okay? Because he's got to jam for real estate, jam for real estate, jam for real estate. Be somewhere between the elbow and out so that Jared Allen can come up, cut this player's dribble off, and send him this way. There's no place to go because you're in the gaps here. We can somewhere here. You're in the gap somewhere there, right? But this player switches over the top, so now you're not in the gaps. Now Jared Allen's just left guarding one-on-one, and it's a jumper. Okay, Jared Allen, get beneath the three-point line. Why are you going above the three-point line? Stay beneath the three-point line. This player here, as soon as this player picks the ball up, now again, I can send this player here. I mean, Jared Allen's fine, I guess, but there's really no reason to not be below the three-point line. Cut this player's dribble off here, send him right here. There's no place to go. Absolutely no place to go. But instead, look where you get beat. Away from your gap help, this player's going to go right to the rim and draw a two-shot foul. All right, again, Lauri Markkanen, where are you? First of all, Lauri Markkanen should be not, like this jogging thing. Like right now, look at this jogging. You got to be sprinting back, okay? So that you're able to guard one-on-one. Stop. But right now, cut this dribble off here. Force, this player also should not, I'm going to bet this player was jogging too. Yeah, look at this. This player stops. You should be sprinting back as well. Okay? So now look at this. Lauri Markkanen should be able to cut this player's dribble off here. This player should be underneath the three-point line, and boom, you're going right here. There's no place for you to go. But again, you're getting beat away from your gap help. So now look, now it's just right into the lane, and you draw a two-shot foul. And if you're Lauri Markkanen right now, turnover. Just sprint, 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 sprint in a straight line. We need you ahead of the ball, because you getting ahead of the ball can delay everything else enough to get trailers back. So some of these trailers back, one of these trailers back, that's all we need. But again, you go back towards the middle of the court, so now you're behind the ball. Now we're not able to delay this at all, okay? And now none of these trailers can get back, okay? Because you're not behind the ball here and able to delay this enough for them to get back because you went towards the middle of the floor. And now this player is just going to eat, it has you twisted, and it leads to two. And I don't know why you need to trap the ball. I would get back behind it, make sure I'm at least behind this man. Because then again, look what happens here. Look at where you're angling him to. This player should be dropping underneath. I don't even see your man in the picture, so you certainly should be dropping underneath. Angle him this way, okay? There's no place. You're just showing your hands and gliding with him, okay? You're staying in front of him, all right? You're not going to get hit with a step back, but you're just forcing him to the middle of the floor, right where there's no place to go. But you let yourself get beat this way, and you let yourself get hit with a step back three, and awful. This is not a ball screen you really want to switch because Jared Allen's going to get absolutely torched off of this. Okay, so if you do want to switch this, this is what needs to happen. Okay, this player can't switch over the top like this. This ball screen gets set, you're underneath. Okay, and you're battling for real estate, battling for real estate, battling for real estate. So you can be somewhere between the elbow and up. Then Jared Allen can come up, cut this dribble up, and send this player this way. There's no place to go because you're right here. Okay, that's how you switch this ball screen. This is also, you can also hedge this ball screen, of course. Push this guard out. This player's here in backside help, okay? If a skip pass is made from all the way over here to there, it's a very easy recovery, okay? But, you switch the ball screen and you let Jared Allen just get torched, and it's 2 points. Okay, again, another ball screen that you switch with Jared Allen, and he's going to end up getting torched. So this is clearly a mismatch. You've switched twice, and it leads to an open jumper. So, okay, how do we want to defend this ball screen? If we want to defend this ball screen, okay, again, we have to, this player has got to get immediately underneath and jam for real estate, okay? So you can be somewhere around the free throw line, okay, there. Then this player here, well, Jared Allen's got to first cut off this dribble here. You cannot let this player go this way. This player here, Darius Garland, needs to get into the gap. Wide stance, okay? Left foot on the elbow, right foot is wide, wide as well, and you're pointing. You're seeing ball and man. So now I have 2 gap defenders. I should have one here and then Darius Garland right here. Okay? So Jared Allen's got to come up and force this ball handler this way. If you want to hedge, the other thing is hedging. Okay? That's another very good possibility. Push this guard out. Darius Garland's here. He just has to slide in here. If a swing pass is made, he can easily recover. Okay? But, you switch with Jared Allen and just leave him on an island again, and it's just an easy 2. Horrible transition defense because there's no communication, okay? Stop right now. So Darius Garland's got to say, I got this guy. So now Evan Mobley can come over here and take this guy, okay? Come over here and take this guy, and this player announces then that I got this guy. You got to communicate, okay? And if you're Darius Garland, right now, you got to jam, before this, you're guarding this guy right here. You've got to jam him now. Battle for real estate. Okay? Because the lower you let him get on the floor, look. Now you're behind him. So now you can't box him out. So now that it's just going to lead to an easy offensive rebound tap back. I mean, on this type of dribble handoff, it's very easy. You have to go under. You cannot go over this dribble handoff. Okay? Look at it if you go, right now. Okay? You're under this dribble handoff. You're easily meeting this player on the other side. You cannot go over this type of dribble handoff, this guard to wing dribble handoff. I can switch it, certainly, okay, but I can't go over. It's this player takes a step back like he does, and I'm under, and I'm meeting him on, see, look at if I go under, how easy it is to meet him on the other side, okay? I can do that, or I can switch. I guess you could also, hedge if you want on this pick and pop. This player comes all the way over here. This player slides down and occupies these 2 Spurs players 2 passes away, and you're pushing this player out towards the sideline, right? So really, it's the 2 best options are you go under this, right? Under this handoff, okay, or you switch this handoff. But going over and then this player dropping just means that you give up an open 3. Terrible transition defense. Everybody should be sprinting back. This player and this player both sprint back. Let's let them open up. Sprint back. Sprint back. Sprint back. Sprint back. Sprint back. Sprint back. Look what happened. So this is going to be the culprit right here. Look at how this player isn't sprinting back. He's jogging. So now look. Now he's not. If he had sprinted back, he'd be, here, ready, with his back to the baseline, ready to guard. But he jogs back, so now this quick swing pass, you're not able to get over, and it's a 3. More horrible transition defense. Let's take a look. Kevin Love's going to be arguing for a foul. You can't do that. Get back. Wait for a dead ball to argue. This player here, sprint back. Okay? Look at Kevin Love's still complaining for a foul. This player starts to run now. So right now, this player's got to announce. See, if this player had been sprinting the whole time, let's take a look at his path here. All right? Watch this player here. Is he sprinting back? No, that's some jogging. Now he starts to turn it up into high gear. So if he had been sprinting back the whole time, he's here. right now. And now what he can do? He can announce, this player, come over here. I got the ball here. Okay? That's what needs to happen. I mean, God forbid Kevin Love started sprinting back the whole time. He'd be up here too and be able to guard the ball. So you have people jogging back. No one's able to bump this player over here. So this just basically becomes a 2-on-1, and it's just a dish and a layup because of a lot of bad transition defense. Have to make the player use the screen. Make this player come off this screen right here. If you start leaning early like this, look at that, leaning early. Now this player's just going to refuse it, blow right by you, get into the lane for 2. Okay, this is horrible transition defense off of a make. Okay, Cedi Osman's got to move. Okay, stop. How is Cedi Osman still standing here? He's never even in our picture. Right now, Kevin Love is, I think, announcing for Cedi Osman to move to the corner because there's no way he's going to get there. It's Cedi Osman who's not even in our picture. Kevin Love's going to sprint back here, or this player can sprint over here, or Jared Allen can sprint over here. These guys are going to have a really hard time getting to the corner. Okay, so Cedi Osman's got to move to the corner. But Cedi Osman, there's no communicator. There is communication, and no one talks about it. And now look, now Darius Garland gets back, and he's got to deal with these 2 Spurs players because Cedi Osman just decided to stay home the whole way, and you end up giving up an open catch-and-shoot 3. More god-awful transition defense. Why is Cedi Osman backpedaling? Sprint back, sprint back, sprint back to the three-point line. Okay? Look at this. So because you didn't sprint back, you're here as opposed to here. Now there's no place for this player to go. But you've just opened up a driving lane for no reason. So now look. Now this player has to help at the rim. This player has to help the helper. That's going to be a lob. And so he leaves his own man. And now it's just a kick out there. And it's a wide open catch and shoot 3. That's all because Cedi Osman jogged back. It's all about your stance here on the wing. Okay, let's take a look. So right now, look at this player right here. Okay? When you step up here, you should have, again, look at his feet. Look at how close together his feet are. Wide base. Okay? This left foot wide, right foot can be touching, can be parallel to the elbow. So now, and again, I got my pointers out. Pointing at ball, pointing at man. Okay, so my wide stance is going to let me just, on the airtime of this pass, let me get out. When my feet are close together like this, okay, when my feet are close together like this, look, now you just made it harder to get back out. And so now you're going to get beat on a rip and go drive, and it's a layup. Look at this stupid drop coverage. So this player, look at how bad of a spot you put this guard in. So now he can't ever actually guard this player one-on-one because he's feverishly fighting over the top of the screen and it leads to a 2-shot foul. Okay? This hedge is so easy. Up, push this guard this way. This player slides in a little bit in backside help. If they throw it back here, boom, you come back right there. But instead of viciously trying to fight over the top of the screen, where I can never guard the player one-on-one, and he just gets right to the rim and a 2-shot foul. Can't go under this ball screen. Look at this, is a handoff screen. So you're either jamming the screener with your body, so this player has a much easier route to go underneath, okay? Or you're not going underneath at all. Look at this. You don't jam the screener. Look at how far under he has to go. It's a wide open jumper, okay? So this is also obviously another thing you can easily hedge. This player's up, okay? This player's over here. You're walking right into backside help, okay? But if you're going to go under, you have to jam the screener with your body and then go under. When you don't jam the screener with your body, that happens. Well, switch. It looks like they're calling out for a switch. As soon as you hear, what are you doing here? Okay? You've got to be level to the screener anyways, okay? Because if you're switching, you got to be ready to switch, okay? That has to happen. Or you're hedging. You're pushing this player out here, backside defender here. This player sinks down and occupies both Spurs players there. Okay? So this looks like a switch, and you got to be level to the screener. Okay? So now when this player comes off it, boom, I'm ready to guard. But you sag, and wide open 3. Offensive rebounding situations are very similar to transition. You have to find a body. Okay, so this player's got the ball. All right? So Spurs player clearly has the ball. I'm not probably gambling and falling to the floor to try to get it. Okay? But if I do, boy, does it take this player a long time to get. Look at this. How long does that take you to get up? Like right now. Okay, Spurs have it. You're on the floor. Get up immediately and go find this player to guard. okay? But you just lay on the floor, never getting, and now you're never over to get this player. So now Kevin Love has to step up. This player then has to go here, and now nobody can guard here because you weren't able to take this player, okay? And it's going to lead to, well, a wide open three. Off of a loose ball situation, Kevin Love, you got to get to a body. You're standing in no man's land. Look at this. So the Spurs somehow come up with this ball. Fine. Lauri Markkanen's taking the ball here, okay? He's doing just fine, and the dribble's picked up. If you're Kevin Love, I've got to get over here, okay? Because I got one Spurs player starting to come in here, okay? And so he's going to be able to drop. If I'm Kevin Love, I'm moving over right now. This Lauri Markkanen's got this player with the ball. Okay? Kevin Love, move and find a body. Okay? But Kevin Love, look at this. Standing in no man's land as opposed to getting over here. So now they're just going to be able to drop it off here. And instead of Kevin Love being in position, which, by the way, he tries to draw a charge. If he had moved over here and just, he'd be in position to draw a charge. I would rather him get over here and be ready to just guard one-on-one. But fine, you want to move over and get a charge? You should be already there. But instead, you're doubling nothing because Lauri Markkanen is doing fine. And now, again, this player is able to go up, blocking foul, 2 shots. All right, so you switch this ball screen. Fine. This player's got to get underneath when he switches. Battle for real estate now. Now. Because now Jared Allen can come here, cut this ball handler's dribble off, and send him this way. And you should be somewhere between the elbow and out because you've battled for real estate hard, right? And now look. Now this Jared Allen can cut this player's dribble off here, and there's no place to go because you're somewhere here in the gaps, okay? But you switch over the top, and now look. Now Jared Allen's just left on an island. He's going to get toasted, and it's a layup. Horrible defense by Darius Garland. Okay, let's look when he picks his dribble up. Dribble's picked up now. So if you're Darius Garland, there's nothing to, don't deny, just get to your man, okay? Just get to your man. That's all that matters. Dribble's picked up. Lauri Markkanen's doing his thing. He's fine defending. You have got to sprint to get out to your man once his dribble gets picked up. But instead, Darius Garland's doing this denying, and then he freezes, and he gives up an and 1 3. Wow.